welcome back ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe to the channel. My name is Martindogger, obviously, which you already know because you've clicked this video and you might be a subscriber to my channel, and if you're not, welcome, good to see you here. We're looking at the American legend who has equipped his Sniper Schnitzel Panther tank with a camouflage net. Because this tank has been buffed, and with that really long, very accurate gun, it can punch through basically everything it will face, but it did not pose a really strong armor profile, so you could punch through everybody, but everybody could punch through you as well. Especially your turret size and the hull size as well. And the front plate, it was goodish, not epic, it was goodish. But it also meant that, yeah, you were not such a terrifying sight to the enemy as the Panther was in World War II. While the American legend is looking at his teammates and thinking, do I have to work with this? Yes, that's what you have to do. This is Blitz. This is how the games are, especially in these tiers. The Panther has, as said, been buffed in 6.7. It received a better front plate, but that does not mean that you should sit in front of an IS. And yes, you can put 2 shots into him, but he can hit you back for 400 plus 444, something like that. Well, at least it was a big hit, and I think this is unnecessary damage. This spot where you are on canal, it's completely open. You have a rock and a bit of foliage in front of you, some bushes where you can hide behind, but other than that you will want to avoid getting spotted out there because you're practically in the open. You will want to move. And the Panther, it is a really good sniping tank. It has a really good gun. If you are a top tier tank, there are not a lot of tanks that can rival your penetration on your standard ammo, that is. On AP, you get 198. And if you're going to use APCR, you go to 244. Which is pretty good, considering there are a total of 100 tanks in tier 7 battles possible, and you are number 14, and you're a medium tank. That said, if you're on in tier 8 battle, you're middle of the pack. So run the calibrated shells on this thing, and you go to 208 pan, which is sufficient. It's good, it is pretty freaking accurate as well. It has really low dispersion, stock 0.307. Use something like a gun lane driver, maybe even a refined gun to really make this gun shine. It will hit where you will want it to hit. You might not pan everything, but it will hit where you want it to hit. And the American legend has scored his first kill against the IS. And things like this, the hatches of other tanks, those are no problem whatsoever. And here you can see the buffs to full effect. That front plate became pretty pinky. You could make it pink in 6.6, but in 6.7 it requires less of an effort. The size is still trash, everybody will punch through, but frontally you can really be a bully to lower tier tanks. You should not throw away your hit points because the American legend really needs his hit point pool there, but he's done 5 kills already. He's up to 2k damage, and he's doing alright. He's doing alright, sort of running around. His team is trying to do alright. His T29 is trying to do alright. God bless people in lower tiers. Yes, shoot the lower plate, track him in place. There we go. A little bit of assistance damage as well. And this is game, set, and match. And this is not an OP replay at all, as you can see. In terms of damage, it's not monsters, but in terms of assistance, it is pretty darn good. And he's going to get an ace game. We're just waiting for him to get that final kill, hopefully on the AMX-12C. There we go. Snapshot. Oh, it's an SP1C. Right. Snapshot into the SP1C. And now he has to go up this ridge and then swing the gun towards the right and get the next shot in. And luckily the SU-100 is thinking, right, this is an SP1C, I want to shoot him. He takes a shot, 96 health left or something like that. And the American legend gets a Pools medal, mastery as well, Top Gun, as you can see. And yeah, GG on that one. Nice work, nice work. So let's take a quick look at the armor profile of the Panther. I mean, the size is still trash. It's 60 mils on the turret, 50 mils on the side. Above the tracks is only 40. So everything will go through, and big shells like an SU-152 can use HE, will go punch through, no problems whatsoever. It is angled backwards, but it's not Russian angling, it's not auto bounce. But the buffs to the armor are pretty effective. The turret has been buffed, the front plate has been buffed. It's by no means impervious now, it's not a T29, it's not a T30, but those side plates, while being only 60 mil thick, you can look at the effective armor on top over there, there it is, 280 to 300. That is pretty much auto bounce. And if you're going to use a maximum gun depression and then shoot like this, is over your track wheel, this front plate becomes fairly good. And if you back off over the back of a ridge, 240 up to 300, that's what you have to do with a Panther. It's still not a real brawling machine, in my opinion, especially as bottom tier tank, but this buff was needed for the Panther and it gives it more of a fighting chance. So for this second game of today's video, we're going to look at Reclawi from the Noob clan, who has a pumpkin on top with a very big Panther. Just look at the silhouette of this thing, of the size of the Panther compared to the projectile. In terms of size and just the silhouette, it is, you could call it a heavium in a way, I think, except for the armor and well, that really hard hitting gun. It pans everything you want to, but at this tier you're at, you have a tier 8 gun, but the damage per shot is only 160, and you could use the 8.8 gun, but yeah, that's completely lacking in terms of penetration and DPM. And DPM is obviously a relative number. I've mentioned that on yesterday's video as well. If you can't get shots in, then DPM is not a factor. And if you lose a lot of hit points, then you have to be really careful. He's done 0 damage so far. Blocked 225. Thank God. Otherwise he would have been dead. But this is not the way you want to start a game. And Reclawi has to... he's got a lot of work to do. Because there are a lot of tanks now on this match that really want to put a hurt in on him. And while he misses another shot on the T49. Yes! Right, that's good. That's the dirt tank out of the way. That tank cannot splash you with HE anymore. That said, 72 hit points. I think any tank at this tier can currently splash him. Luckily, the SP1C is just wallowing around. It is 4 versus 6 at the moment. That's not good either, if you only have 72 hit points left. Oh, hello T34. That's very kind of you to just sort of drive in front of my gun. Hello, that is ooh, that's a T28. This is going to be a hard game. 4 versus 5. He gets that shot in on the T28. He is shooting AP. Yes, that's good. Hello, nice shot in the side of the stubborn Emil. And they've managed to put it back into a 3 versus 3 now. How they managed to do that is beyond me, but they managed to do it. He's switching to APCR and he's going to shoot that T28 just once more on the cupola. There we go. Bounce. Come on, die ging nicht durch. Nein, wir haben das gesehen, aber diese ging glatt durch. Diese ging voll durch ihre Panzerung. And he has managed to kill the T28. Yes. Right. Yeah. My team is not doing very well. I've done 1500 damage. I've blocked 225. We are all one-shots apparently. Yes, that's right. That's one more tank gone. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when you're up against an SP1C and a T34? Then you're gonna do a Brave Star Robin and you're gonna run away because you got a pumpkin on top and you're not afraid of anything except you don't have any health left. And this is the correct thing to do. You have to create some distance. That SP1C will outspot you. You have outspotted the T34. Get a shot in. Yes. Wait a bit, wait a bit, wait a bit. Yes. Good thinking. Good thinking. Just wait as long as possible while he is spotted now. But you can see he anticipated getting spotted. He waited until that T34 was behind the rock and only then he fired. And I think he would not have been able to bounce this shot from the SP1C, nor this one, with the old 6.6 armor profile. as said, this buff was needed, and of course, this is the old age mistake that teams make when they are up against a single target. This SP1C, he's trigger happy, he's gonna run around, but thank God for armor buffs, because there's yet another bounce. And the SP1C is getting way too impatient. He just should have stayed down there, bounces yet another shot, adrenaline pop in and clears the SP1C. Yes, run away, oh, don't get shot on the ass! The T-35's running adrenaline, can you put a shot in? Yes, track him, cool, pop your own adrenaline as well. Ooh, that's a nice big roll, come on. And then down the hill, ja, yes, wow, wir haben es geschafft, dankeschön. Ja, super toll, klasse. Right, next one. It's a 1 versus 1 situation, a one shot versus a one shot, but I got a buff tank. Get wrecked. Get wrecked! I got tracked and you got wrecked! Great game there, Reclawi. I don't think you would have been able to pull this one off with the old Panther, with the old armor profile. 3,257 damage dealt and about 5 Spartan medals earned in that game. Thank you very much for allowing me to use the replay on the channel. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz. I'll catch you all on the next video. Cheers and happy tanking!